You want a relationship, but you don't want so much compromise. And you want fun and harmony, but you don't want to give up the things that are important to you. You found some singular freedom that your idea of relationship doesn't accommodate, and so you're wanting and not wanting and wanting and not wanting and wanting and not wanting. What you want to do is just look for, now this is going to sound weird, but this is the key. You want to look for easy existing matches in your now existing life, even in what feels like the not yet presence of that partner that you're looking for. If you will focus on the easy existing matches, match to what? Match to your vortex, match to your inner being, and always a match to something that feels good. You don't have to keep doing step one. You did it, and you succeeded at it, and you launched a rocket, and you created a vortex, and the seeds are in the ground, and the germination is happening, and it is unfolding, and it's on its way to you. You did step one, and step two has also been done by your inner being and by the law of attraction, by all that is non-physically focused and lovingly focused on you. That's all done. You just have to do step three, and step three is be happy where you are. Be happy now, but I'm alone. Well, try again later. Be happy where you are, but I'm uneasy. Well, try again later. In other words, you can't writhe, and that's too strong of a word, in discomfort and be a match to the magnificent stuff you've lined up. It feels counterintuitive, doesn't it, to you action-oriented, wrestle it to the ground and kill it mentality of humanness. We know you expect to be doing something about it, and if you're not doing something about it, then you feel like you're not doing anything about it. But what we want to convey to you, you already did it. You did it. You lived it. You launched it. You loved it. You want it. You gave birth to it. It is you. It is yours. It is coming. Just stop pushing it away by noticing that it's not here yet. That's all. Whether it's a lover, or whether it's a pile of money, or whether it's an occupation that you're looking for, or whatever it is. Don't push it away by your awareness that you haven't realized it yet. Esther, for the second time, significant time in her experience, thought she had lost something really important to her. She looked for it and looked for it and looked for it and looked for it and could not find it. And she found it. She found it. It was two things. Two different things, sort of like jewelry. She found it. And it knocked her over when she found it, because she had looked there and 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 looked there. She had looked there and looked there and looked there and looked there. She had looked and looked and looked and looked and looked, and she looked and looked and looked because it mattered, it mattered, it mattered, it mattered, it mattered. She looked and looked and looked. It mattered so much that she was in true discomfort in its absence. And in that true discomfort in its absence, she could not see it, and it was right there. She said, "This is weird stuff, Abraham. I want out. I don't think you should blind me to things that I want." Of course, she knows it's not us, but it felt like that. If Jerry had still been in the house with her, she would have been certain that he hid it to tease her. If anybody else had been in her space, nobody's been in her space. The dust is all right where it was. Nobody's been in there. It was there. She just could not see it. And that's such a vivid, ridiculously obvious thing. Esther thought, I'm not ever going to do this to myself again. I'm not ever going to feel pain over the absence of anything, because I know for sure that discomfort is my indication that I'm blind to it, that I'm resistant to it, that I'm not letting the law of attraction do what it wants to do, which is attract to me what I want, because what the law of attraction is attracting to me is the absence of what I want, because I'm a vibrational match to the absence of what I want. Can't be clearer than that, can it? Get out. No. If you
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're satisfied?
We're satisfied.
Take it easy. It's really good. Everything's really good. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. That all made perfect sense to you, didn't it?
Well, I just wanted to express my appreciation.
Likewise.
When I got here earlier, Annette, who's sitting back there, said that she had been listening to me And she'd heard my voice on the Alaska cruise about 3 years ago when I was talking about my problems. And I think, Abraham, you asked me, like, well, what's the matter? And I said,
the problem with recording this stuff, isn't it? You can't really ever let go of it. Somebody's going to listen to it, and then they're going to meet up with you, and then they're going to activate it in your now.
No,
just kidding, but don't listen to anything. Don't listen.
It was actually the opposite, which was that my answer at the time was to Abraham, well, because Esther wasn't my mother. That was my answer to why I had problems at the time.
Oh, yeah, you should meet her kids.
But over the last 5 years, that your teachings have been the cornerstone of my life.
Your alignment has been the cornerstone of your life. And had you not found it here, you would have found it somewhere because you were looking for it.
I'm just really glad I found it here.
We are appreciating your appreciation.
Yeah.
Something new?
I think this in terms of something new.
No problems.
There aren't any problems. You have taught, well, my alignment has taught me.
Do not misunderstand. We're not welcoming problems up here. No, that's not what we meant at all. But if you feel satisfied, let's move on. Everything good?
I think the only thing I wanted to just add is that another person who I met here, Lucky, she and I have started a 30-day process of up-leveling and we started it during the Los Angeles session. I just wanted to say that it's been also very rewarding. The idea being that if I want better or different results, then I need a mindset that matches those results. So I need to do more than I was doing, and do not in terms of effort, but in terms of being aware of my energy. And so I've been focusing on that for the last couple of weeks since I saw you in Los Angeles.
Thing. We'll give you our take on this.
Yes.
So we've been saying to you, and Esther really got hold of this. It's so helpful for her that in any moment in time, you've got a point of attraction already going. It's your momentum. And Esther found the words, and we think they're good ones. It's like your bandwidth. Yeah. It's like within that bandwidth is what you have access to through law of attraction. And by access to, we mean experiences, we mean thoughts, we mean memories, we mean encounters, material objects. In other words, everything that you want to call a manifestation of an experience or of an emotion even is in that bandwidth. Now, you're not stuck with that bandwidth, but the likelihood of you creating outside of it is almost non-existent. But when you know what you know that you can move that bandwidth by deliberately focusing. And what we are asking you all to do in this, you're calling it leveling up, that's a good term for it. We want you to make it easy for yourself by looking for easy existing matches, because you have things in your life that you're not actively thinking about, so they're not in your bandwidth, but they are accessible to you because you have at one point or another observed them or lived them. And so if you focus on the best things that in the last 10 minutes or hour or day that you experienced, and you focus on how that felt, we promise you, you will move your vibrational bandwidth to the outer edge of the best that you feel. And in doing so, the law of attraction will bring other things to you, memories, experiences, exposure to life. And so it just gets better and better and better. We're asking you not to make hard work of this, because if you get too heady about it, you miss the whole point of everything we're trying to say here today. Good. Really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Second row, right here. Yeah.
So excited. Oh my God, it's real. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. So, I have been working on something. And
let's see if we can soften the edges of it and get you in a better point of attraction about it.
Yeah, thank you. I have felt so close for so
Yeah.
still
Well, that's close for so long is stagnant.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And what you're looking for is movement.
Yeah.
Movement.
Yeah.
Not just movement in you getting closer to it and it getting closer to you, but movement in the way you feel and therefore in the way you relate to everything. When you get movement in the way you feel, you get movement on everything. So sometimes getting off the subject that has you bound up is the fastest path to movement on everything, including the hard thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Got it. So, yeah, I was hoping, I was looking for
We gave
this.
Esther a phrase. Okay. We are really interrupters.
That's
Anytime
okay.
we feel you headed in a direction that won't serve you, we jump right in the middle. We gave Esther something that is really serving her. And it is this an opinion or an intention? Because she keeps finding herself sure that she's right about something and feeling terrible as she's contemplating it. So she knows that she's focused in opposition to her desire. And just by saying, is this my opinion? It's fine to have opinions. We're not wanting to talk you out of your opinions. You are born to choose, and you get to have opinions about the things that matter to you. But when you realize that you have informed the opinion of your inner being all day, every day of your life. Did you hear what we said? Your inner being who is aware of you, every time you live something and prefer something beyond what you're living or opposite of what you're living, your inner being knows that and holds the frequency of that, incorporates it in. And so your inner being knows in every moment where you stand in relationship to everything that you want. So when we ask you to think about your intention, broaden your thought just a little bit and include your inner being who knows who you are and what you want and why you came and what you've added to it since you got here. And so be a little lighter on what you think about what's going on this red hot minute and be a little more focused on what your intention is about it. And see how frequently you hook up with your inner being who you can trust. Because your inner being does not make mistakes in understanding what you want. And because your inner being does not deviate from focusing on what you want, and because the law of attraction is responding to your inner being's perspective, there's so much that is already lined up for you that you can be surprised and delighted by when you chill a little bit and stop making everything such a big, hairy deal. Stop making things about your validity or about your autonomy, because none of that's in question unless you're questioning it, and then you got to stop it. Just focus a little more.
So focus on my intention.
On your intention. And we tricked you because we know for sure that everything that everybody wants, no matter what it is, a pile of money, a relationship, a circumstance, an event, a material object, every single thing that everybody wants, they want it because they believe they will feel better in having it. That is your most emphatic intention for everything. Wouldn't that be nice? If that were my now, and I were observing and responding to my now, then I'd be right where I want to be. But the thing is, if you haven't let it in yet, then it's not in your now. So you've got to respond to the now that has already happened, which is emotional relationship that you have between you and your inner being. That's why religions talk about faith. Your inner being knows it. And if you know you've got an inner being and you trust your inner being, then you've got a vibrational frequency lined up with what you want, and then it can come. But when you doubt, you can hold yourself in the not being able to find that missing thing for as long as you hold that vibration. The worse you feel about its absence, the longer you will stand in its absence.